Okay, Jennifer asked, can you create a query and then send it to Constant Contact and then exclude that group?
Yes. So whenever you create, whenever you build the query, when we were looking at the list, when it was in the looking at all the back-end data before we went ahead and sent it over, you have the options to uncheck certain people. There's check mark boxes by every single name. So just because somebody meets a certain criteria obviously doesn't mean you want them to receive that particular correspondence. And if you know that ahead of time, you can go ahead very easily and uncheck those certain people.
Okay, thanks, Shannon. And when somebody creates a new constituent, do they automatically get added to Constant Contact?
You will need to pull them into Constant Contact for one reason or another. So if you pull a list or a query or a group in DonorPro, and that's the grouping that you want to send that email to, they're going to have to meet some kind of criteria before you bring them over. The ability to track all the analytics and bring that back over and through, you don't have to update or upgrade anything there. But once you, if you want to pull a list from Constant Contact that pulls info from DonorPro, if that person meets the criteria, then they can automatically be included and vice versa.
Okay, Shannon. So not every constituent in DonorPro would be added to Constant Contact, only the ones that you choose to add through a list. All right, thanks,
Correct.
Brian, for the question. Is the only time the DonorPro info is updated from Constant Contact when the user updates a list? For instance, if somebody opt-outs from a Constant Contact email, does it update DonorPro as an explicit opt-out when they go to update Constant Contact? So if somebody opts out in Constant Contact, they will also get opted out in DonorPro. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. There's a few others I'm just looking through here. Okay, so we just had an event, and as people RSVP'd, we wanted to remove them from our mailings about the event. So we wanted to use Constant Contact to email only the people who had not RSVP'd. Is there a way to do that? And I'll include Shannon and Anna Maria if you want to answer that one.
So, okay, I'll go first. So what they want to do, you can very easily pull the list of, because in DonorPro we have the events management module